everyone, welcome to HW News. This is Miyati. Britain's Prime Minister Boris Johnson, who is suffering from coronavirus infection, has been admitted to the St. Thomas Hospital near his residence at Downing Street. His health deteriorated on Monday and he was admitted to the intensive care unit of the same hospital. Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab said that medical health experts have suggested that he should be put on ventilator and oxygen treatment should be provided to Boris Johnson since his COVID-19 symptoms have only intensified. However, he said that Boris Johnson is very much in charge of the government in Britain.
Hi folks, I want to bring you up to speed with something that's happening today, which is that I've developed mild symptoms of the coronavirus, that's to say a temperature and a persistent cough. And on the advice of the chief medical officer, I've taken a test that has come out positive. So I am working from home, I'm self-isolating, and that's entirely the right thing to do. But be in no doubt that I can continue, thanks to the wizardry of modern technology, to communicate with all my top team to lead the national fight back against coronavirus. And I want to thank everybody who's involved. I want to thank, of course, above all, our amazing NHS staff. It was very moving last night to join in that national clap for the NHS. But it's not just the NHS, it's our police, social care workers, teachers, everybody who works in schools, the DWP staff, an amazing national effort by the public services, but also by every member of the British public who's volunteering. Incredible response. 600,000 people have volunteered to take part in a great national effort to protect people from the consequences of coronavirus. I want to thank you. I want to thank everybody who's working to keep our country going through this epidemic. And we will get through it. And the way we're going to get through it is, of course, by applying the measures that you'll have heard so much about. And the more effectively we all comply with those measures, the faster our country will come through this epidemic and the faster we'll bounce back. So thank you to everybody who's doing what I'm doing, working from home to stop the spread of the virus from household to household. That's the way we're going to win. We're going to beat it, and we're going to beat it together. Stay at home, protect the NHS, and save lives.
Hi folks, quick update from me on the campaign against coronavirus. First of all, in my own case, although I'm feeling better and I've done my 7 days of isolation, alas, I still have one of the symptoms, a minor symptom of I still have a temperature, and so in accordance with government advice, I must continue my self-isolation until that symptom itself goes. But we're working clearly the whole time on our program to defeat the virus. You'll have seen the big announcement yesterday about 100,000 tests per day by the end of the month. And I just want to say one crucial thing, one quick thing to everybody thinking about this weekend and what may be some fine weather, because I reckon a lot of people will be starting to think that this is all going on for quite a long time, and they'd rather be getting out there, and particularly if you've got kids in the household, everybody may be getting a bit stir crazy, and there may be just a temptation to get out there, hang out, and start to break the regulations. And I just urge you not to do that. Please stick with the guidance now. This country has made a huge effort, a huge sacrifice, done absolutely brilliantly well in delaying the spread of the virus. Let's stick with it now. Remember that incredible clapping again last night for our fantastic NHS. We're doing it to protect them and to save lives. Let's focus on doing everything we can. Stay at home, folks. Protect our NHS, save lives. Speak soon.
It was on March 27th when Britain Prime Minister Boris Johnson came out and announced that he has been tested positive for coronavirus. He issued a video on Twitter and he informed that he has developed mild symptoms of coronavirus, and then he got himself tested and he found out to be coronavirus positive. And since then he self-isolated himself and started working from home. However, 10 days later his health conditions deteriorated and he was admitted to the hospital. Now reportedly this working from home and not resting is said to be the reason why his health conditions deteriorated. Several video conferences that he attended in the span of those 10 days, the people who attended the meetings, the officials who attended the meeting informed the press that he was coughing during those meetings and he looked very tired during the entire meetings that were taken through video conferencing. However, the spokesperson at Downing Street said that he remains very much in charge of the government. The Britain has seen almost more than 51,000 positive cases of coronavirus and more than 5,000 deaths have been reported from Britain. Meanwhile, opposition MPs are now criticizing Boris Johnson for not taking a step back. Several have suggested and advised him to take a step back and take rest at home and hand over the entire charge to someone else in his cabinet ministry. They have said that he should not try and be like Winston Churchill. Now this is in reference to Boris Johnson's inspiration towards Winston Churchill. Everyone knows that Boris Johnson is inspired a lot by Winston Churchill. He considers Churchill as his idol and he has also written a book about Winston Churchill. So in that reference, the opposition MPs are suggesting that he should not try and be like Winston Churchill and he should instead hand over the entire charge to someone else. Meanwhile, several world leaders are coming out and wishing speedy recovery to Boris Johnson. Prime Minister Modi also tweeted wishing speedy recovery of Boris Johnson. US President Donald Trump also tweeted about this. French President Emmanuel Macron, he also tweeted wishing speedy recovery for Boris Johnson. So several world leaders are now coming out and they are wishing speedy recovery for Boris Johnson.
Now be the first to know about the latest updates on our new news app. Go on your Android or iOS, search for HW News Network. Download our app, choose the language you prefer to get updates in, and be up to date with the latest news.
If you like this video, please share it and we would love to hear your comments in the comments section down here. Also, please do like our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter to get minute-to-minute news updates. For more such shows and videos, well, subscribe to our YouTube channel.